You are now watching The Beach.
I cannot believe it's already been 2 months since the Nintendo Switch 2 launched. At this point, it feels like forever ago. But there's nothing I can do to stop or change the time and space continuum, because this also means that Mario Kart World has been out for 2 months. I have a lot of videos planned for August. I'm about to sacrifice the little sanity I had left reviewing Tung Tung Sahur Nintendo Switch games. But I wanted to do an update video about Mario Kart World for a few reasons. For one, the reception to the game has been increasingly negative. Even beyond the update that stopped Random from guaranteeing regular tracks, I feel that it's because the honeymoon phase is over, and people have had the chance to let their true thoughts ferment, just like a billy dog. But another thing is that Nintendo did update the game to fix some issues, including making regular tracks appear more frequently. Have my thoughts changed on the game? Is it actually fixed? And what could the future hold for Mario Kart World? I gotta be real, I've been a little tapped out of Mario Kart World. I wonder why. It's not like I'm going bananas right now, but I have gone back to it, and I've also thought about the game after taking a little break from it. But I was very curious to see if that new update would actually make regular tracks more likely. They might be more likely to show up, but are they frequent enough? When I went back to the online, I can definitely say that the probability of regular tracks appearing is higher. It's not to the point where you can easily avoid the pathway tracks, but it's technically an improvement. But here's the thing, it just feels like Nintendo is trying to meet fans halfway. We'll make regular tracks appear slightly more frequently, but we still need you to like those pathways. Please like those pathways! Nintendo is pretty set on how proud they are of the pathways, and they tried to meet fans halfway. But the reality is that most people, they just want to play regular tracks. Having a dedicated classic online mode is the only ideal solution, and I only feel it would happen if the player base completely nosedives. It's not dead right now, but it's still relatively new. Almost all Nintendo Switch 2 owners have it, and considering that it and Donkey Kong Bonanza are the only 2 major Nintendo Switch 2 games, it'll probably remain very active until, at the very least, Pokemon Legends Zaza. They also made some updates to Free Roam, where the color of the text will change to yellow if you do all the P-Switch missions, collect all Peach medallions, and get the question panels. We at least have the official amount of all the collectibles in the game, but there's still no way to track how many are left and what area they're in, except for the question panels. Again, this is another weird, let's meet halfway thing Nintendo did. Though this time around, it's more like, let's meet 10% of the way. It's like if Donkey Kong Bonanza didn't keep track of Bonandium gems and fossils. There are a few more features tweaked and added. Versus mode has a mushroom only mode. That's pretty neat, though ideally I wish custom items would return. Speaking of mushrooms, Nintendo also decreased the probability of obtaining triple mushrooms to balance the items a bit better. I didn't notice a major difference, but I will say, they did appear too frequently before, essentially making bagging mandatory to give you an edge while racing. Honestly, the update didn't do much in terms of fixing the problems people have with the game. It's an improvement, but not a significant one. Absolutely not a game changer. Nintendo has a very specific vision as to what they want Mario Kart World to be, and they don't want to deviate much from it. But that stubbornness has led to a lot of discourse and people outright hating Mario Kart World. I did a full hour-long review of Mario Kart World. I went over everything. Now, usually what happens after I review a game is that the more time that passes, the more I begin to resent a game. But the case of Mario Kart World, my thoughts on the game now might just surprise you. I'll be objective and say that Mario Kart World is a very flawed game, with a lot of missed potential. It's messy, but I won't deny, I definitely enjoy the game. Like 3D Mario, a Mario Kart game is almost always going to be a good time, just due to the core formula being so much fun. The only Mario Kart games I struggle to go back to are Super Mario Kart and to an extent Mario Kart Super Circuit, but that's only because of how much they've aged. But Mario Kart World has the best core mechanics in the entire series, with the additions of charge jumping, rail grinding, wall riding, and wave racing. The gameplay is more engaging than it's ever been before, but with gameplay that good, I wanted and expected more from the game. That brings us into the prospect of DLC for Mario Kart World. It's been 2 months, and Nintendo has been radio silent about any plans for DLC. The good news is that it's seemingly likely. 2 of the voice actors from Donkey Kong Bonanza were in the Mario Kart World credits, so it means that 2 characters from the game are likely going to be playable in Mario Kart World. All I'll say is that there's a good reason why they weren't released before or shortly after Bonanza, but I think we'll be seeing them sooner than later. What I'd like to see in a future update is more tracks. New characters and costumes would be very nice, but the game definitely needs more tracks and also more modes. Returning battle modes would be cool, but I'd love to see some new modes too. A Rocket League style soccer mode is something that definitely would be cool. Since my review, I actually accomplished unlocking every character. But please, the Kamek unlock system needs to go! Mario Kart World has been out for 2 months, but the animosity towards it has not settled at all! A lot of people genuinely hate the game, and I understand why. Does it have issues? Yes. Is it overhated? Yeah, a little bit. You can feel however you want about the game, but I personally find it to be a good game. It's a lot of fun, just kinda light on content, and has some baffling flaws. I've come to terms that in its current state, Mario Kart World is one of my guilty pleasure games. There are games that I have my gripes with, but I still enjoyed playing. New Super Mario Bros. 2 instantly comes to mind, though Coin Rush saved that game for me. I still have a blast playing Mario Kart World with my friends, and I don't think that's gonna change. But I do hope Nintendo does change Mario Kart World and fixes some of the issues, because it's a good game with really silly issues that could easily be fixed. Having a dedicated mode for regular tracks online, having classic Grand Prix, being able to track P-switches and Peach medallions, and getting rid of the Kamek unlock system. I want Mario Kart World to just be one of my favorite games, not a guilty pleasure game. But until serious changes are made, that's where I stand. I'll probably do a video about the DLC characters when they drop. It's not confirmed, but it's very likely. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm going to play Chimpanzini Bananzini. Oh no! The brain rot is already in motion. Special shout out to Super Squirrel Studios, Reese, Ultra Bomber 64, FastFan07, Soshi the Yoshi, Generic Rusk, Cullen Wickham, Paper Brothers, Marcus TZB, Glitzy Terror, Mevins 2001, and our newest member, the Ender Kirby, for being such awesome channel members. You can get a shout out at the end of the video too, if you become a channel member. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, and keep calm and da-da on.